Hello, welcome to TJD Movie Reviews, episode 13. We watched Ghost Rider, The Spirit of Vengeance.
I'm Ty.
Jake.
And I'm Drew.
Yes, the great 2011 film Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance follow-up to Ghost Rider.
Kill me now.
No, it wasn't Ghost Rider : Kill Me Now, it just was Ghost Rider.
No, I'm saying kill me.
Oh.
That would have been pretty meta, though.
They acknowledge how crappy the film is. Just Kill Me Now.
That's actually the title of the third one.
I'd appreciate it. I wouldn't watch it, but I'd be like, oh, that's funny.
You'd give him props. You know,
yes.
You'd go on like Metacritic and give it like 3 stars just for its name. You're like, I'm not actually going to see this film, but I'm going to rate it based on the name.
You know, after seeing this, Glitter actually sounds pretty good.
No, it does not.
What about Suburban Commando?
No, it does not.
You know, Hulk Hogan's a real big dick. And I'm not talking about sex tape. I'm just saying he's a big dick.
God, I'm fat.
Anyways.
That was not a sex tape. When you go online looking for a sex tape, that is not the sex tape that you want to find. You're like,
That's the first thing you plug into YouPorn.
I mean, you're thinking of childhood and you're like, Hulk Hogan's like a big dude. He probably got some like hot chick to do whatever. It's just his bare ass eating roast beef in the corner of a room and saying the N-word a lot. I didn't sign up for this. I can't fap to this.
Was a big fat guy.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Anyways. Yeah. Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance came out in 2011. A 32 score on Metacritic.
Generous.
Rotten Tomatoes, 17 from the critics, 32% from users, and has a 4.3 on IMDb.
That seems about right.
4 award nominations.
Razzies.
All Razzies.
Not all Razzies. 2 Razzies.
Nicolas Cage.
Worst actor, Nicolas Cage, but only nominee, he didn't win. And worst movie /sequel/remake.
What did it lose to?
Drew, would you mind looking that up? The 2011 or 2012 Razzies?
I'm very curious.
The other nominations were the Golden Schmoes.
What the fuck is that?
I have no clue. But it was nominated for worst movie. And then Idris Elba was nominated for best actor at the BET Awards. Runtime, hour and a half. Which, the first 30 minutes flew by like nothing. That last hour, though.
I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed the first 30 minutes, but this movie drops off pretty fucking hard.
After that quarry scene.
Yep. There's a whole lot of, hey, let's develop this relationship that's practically non-existent, and let's get a motorcycle in there for like one scene. Not enough motorcycles in this fucking movie.
For a movie about a guy who rides them. Yeah.
He doesn't ride shit. He works on one on the back of a truck.
Yeah.
And then he rides one. Also, did you notice the truck was driving like 5 miles? Well, we pointed out that it was driving down like a drag strip and not a road at all.
Yeah. Some of the main actors, you have Nick Cage reprising his role as Johnny Blaze / Ghost Rider. Idris Elba as Moreau, a drunk French priest.
Eva Mendes?
No, Eva Mendes. She did not come back. She did not want to.
Smart
Yeah.
woman.
Should have watched the first one.
Syrian Hines. He is Mefisto replacing Peter Fonda, who actually wanted to come back for the film, but they decided just to go in a different direction.
They didn't want Peter Fonda.
Wow. Then a bunch of no-name actors from the area, because they filmed in Turkey and Bulgaria, in that area.
Want to be in a terrible movie?
Pretty much what they asked, yeah. So your main villains were Mefisto again, or Rourke. For some reason, they kept calling him Rourke in this film. I don't know if that just was supposed to be his human name.
They'd originally cast Mickey Rourke.
Oh.
He dropped out.
I don't.
But the name stuck.
Yeah. And then you had a no-name actor, Johnny Whitworth, starring as Blackout. Placed 8 years after the original. So Johnny's forgotten all about Roxanne. He's moved on to Eastern Europe. He's trying to seclude himself, trying to find a way to get rid of the Ghost Rider. While all that is happening, quick synopsis of the film. This film takes a Mefisto will come to age, and Mefisto will be able to inhabit his soul, his body. He will not do that, Jake.
Okay.
No. Then Idris Elba, being part of this secular sect of the church, wants to save the boy from, becoming the new Satan, I guess you could say. New host of Satan. Tries to enlist Ghost Rider. He does a good job of it. Then the whole film is Ghost Rider, but holding on to Danny Ketch, then losing him, then holding on to him, then losing him, leading to a final battle of where he defeats the devil himself.
By throwing him down a hole.
Yeah. Well, not throwing him down a hole, but the movie itself goes back and forth between crazy Nick Cage and very subdued Nick Cage.
Those are the only two Nick Cages there are.
This is fact.
Okay, my bad.
Scientifically proven. He has no in-between mid-level. He's either completely on or dead man walking.
But, and the whole thing is to Nick Cage at Johnny Blaze is trying to get rid of the Ghost Rider, and Idris Elba says, "You help me, we'll get rid of it." And he does for a little bit, but he ends up getting it back because he has to be able to save Danny. Which, they also screw up Danny Ketch, who took over as Ghost Rider for Johnny. And they're supposedly related. I never remember the connection. I think they're half-brothers. But, yeah, in this movie, you can tell Nick Cage is 60, and Danny's 13-year-old boy, so obviously.
What is it about Fox that feels the need to perpetuate shitty superhero movies?
That is a great question.
Yeah, this film was directed, what was it, Mark Paul Johnson, something like that.
Neville Dean and Taylor.
Or no, that was the first one, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first one was directed by the guy who did Daredevil.
Another great Fox movie.
It was right after this film that Fox allowed the rights for Ghost Rider, Blade, and Daredevil to go right back to Disney. They said, even though they filmed a Ghost Rider movie, so their rights renewed for 5 more years or 10 more years, something like that. They just had to do a movie, and their rights would renew.
But they know that they're garbage.
Fox
Couldn't
didn't do Blade, though.
Yeah.
New Line did Blade.
But didn't Fox... I think Fox bought out... Because New Line, remember, went bankrupt.
Yeah, New Line's not around anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So I think Fox bought out the rights to New Line.
And then they didn't make a movie.
Yep.
Unless
they made Blade Trinity. But...
I think that was New Line.
Was it still New Line?
That makes sense. Because I was wondering how Fox started off so strong and fucked everything up after. It wasn't Fox, really. It was New Line.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was Daredevil.
Elektra.
Elektra.
Holy shit.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
you forgot about that piece of shit.
Well, how come they can do X-Men so well, but they can't fucking...
Bryan Singer?
Yeah, I guess. Well, Bryan Singer didn't do First Class. That was Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn?
I'm kidding.
Matt Vaughn?
Yeah, Matthew Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn.
It'd be Magneto and Charles Xavier just picking up chicks in bars.
You're so money you don't even know it.
Swingers with Magneto and Xavier.
Yeah, I watched that movie.
Charles, you're so money you don't even know it.
And all Charles had to do is, "You want to sleep with me? All right."
Magneto's just like, do you realize you're the most prolific rapist to ever walk the land? This is not consent.
They'd be like, "Have you heard of that Jake mutant?" Oh, shit.
Motherfucker. Why don't you throw out my social, too? We already did this, Ty.
Well, looks like you got something to bleep.
Cat's out of the bag. I hear the sirens already.
Oh, it's only a matter of time.
You know, that anonymity.
Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm gonna put Ty's face on Ghost Rider now.
Yeah.
You can bleep out your damn name. It's not that hard to do. Oh, the other shocking thing about this film, budget of $57 million, made $132.
How?
I
People
don't
are
know.
bored.
But you.
Like you said last week, what better movie to get a hand job than one where Nicolas Cage is screaming at people with cell phones in their mouths?
I never said that. I never said that. They should put that on the fucking movie, the DVD cover.
Yeah.
This movie's good enough to get a hand job to.
Because she'll have nothing else to pay attention to.
Oh. Alright.
Nothing else gets me hard. like Nick Cage.
I don't know how I'd feel about that going on and seeing Nick Cage's crazy face screaming and
Well, and then, yeah, his face, like, during a lot of the scenes, he kept, like, semi-morphing into the writer. Like, his eye socket would grow huge.
His erratic acting while like half forming into the fucking rider. That alone is worth the price of admission.
one of the scenes he was rolling on the ground screaming and he said, what did he say about Christmas?
He's like, Merry Christmas, you assholes. Like that.
For no reason.
That was probably an improvised line. Let's keep that.
That was when he was, like, getting the writer exorcised from him. Yeah, and he was like, Merry Christmas, you assholes! And it's like, what? And then the room, like, disappeared to an all-white setting, and yeah.
I have a theory this movie was a tax write-off of some type. These two directors are like, man, if we want to keep working, we gotta, like, churn something out, like, right now. So let's just not even do anything.
If we want to make Crank 3...
Dude, I would watch the shit out of Crank 3.
Starring Nick Cage and Jason Statham.
Dude, don't get me hyped.
That would be your dream
Can
movie.
you imagine Nicolas Cage in that role, running around trying to keep energized? Holy shit.
Why haven't they done this already?
Dude, that movie would print money. I'd go see it like 5 times in the theater.
Oh.
Trev Chelios.
See, yeah, Chev steals his face, and then he's got to get it back. So,
And John Travolta is the cop that's after him.
yeah.
Epinephrine.
Don't lie, you'd watch that movie.
Fuck yeah, I'd watch it.
So, since we pretty much hate this film, what were some good parts we could talk about first then?
I thought the special effects on the actual Ghost Rider looked better.
Yeah,
From
much
what
better.
from what you showed me the first movie, because I wasn't able to watch it.
But we
because
watched like the first half hour.
Yeah,
before.
you showed me the origin and all that.
You watched all you needed to see. You got to see him transform into Ghost Rider for the first time. Did you show him, like, when he first met Mefisto and
Yep.
signed the contract and all that? And you got to see Eva Mendes. So you really got to see
That's a movie.
everything that movie had to offer.
Okay.
And you guys see Wes Bentley.
Touching people in a bar.
Yeah.
I mean, he still looked like he was addicted to heroin in that movie, too, so...
Yeah, now that you tell me that,
It makes sense.
yeah, probably didn't even use makeup. He just wandered on set like that.
Like, wow, they got you into makeup quick, Wes.
You look haunting.
I'm fresh off my fix.
But no, I thought the special effects looked cool. His leather jacket was like melting and shit. And then when he went back to normal, it was totally fine. But I'm willing to overlook that because it looked fine.
Except at the very end.
Was it all fucked up at the very end?
When he was
Oh.
saving Danny, he's like, I feel the angel inside of me.
like a cable TV evangelical priest.
Yeah.
Gonna touch the boy. Well, that's also a thing. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Now they're doing it.
Things I liked about this was Idris Elba. And that was...
He was okay. I thought he was good when he was in it. I didn't think he was in it enough. He really took a back seat. He kind of just rolled up, like, after a big chunk of the movie had gone by, and he's like, hey, I'm drunk on a motorcycle. Let's, take you off to wherever. Go get Christopher Lambert, and,
Who barely was in it.
I mean, he was in it for such a short amount of time.
Still looks pretty good.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Ha! Because he's Raiden.
God.
Wow.
I got jokes.
I want to see a Mortal Kombat movie with him in it again as Raiden.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he really embodied that role.
Call up Huey Bull. Get the shit going.
Oh, no. Call up anyone else. I'd rather watch a Martin Scorsese Mortal Kombat. That wouldn't even make sense, but...
Everybody just getting shot in the head.
A 75-year-old Robert De Niro is Sub-Zero.
Johnny Cage is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Raiden's like, water.
I want to...
Joe Pesci is Raiden.
I don't even know. I don't know anymore.
Get Matt Damon to be Shao Kahn.
I would buy Matt Damon as Shao Kahn. He would never do it because he's not a shit lord. That would be some stooping to extremely low levels.
So you're saying Ben Affleck?
Yeah, we might get Ben Affleck as Shao Kahn. I would take a Ben Affleck as Shao Kahn.
It should be Matt Damon and Ben Affleck as Scorpio.
Sub-Zero?
Scorpion and Sub-Zero, yeah.
Dude, I would watch the shit out of that movie.
Alright, Drew, anything you liked about it?
I'm trying to think of things that you guys didn't say because I agreed with you guys.
I got another one I could throw in. What do you think?
Okay.
It's a pro and a con, but Nicolas Cage. There's parts of this where Nicolas Cage is so fucking bizarre that you cannot help but get involved in the movie. You're just looking at it like, how in the fuck does this happen?
There was that scene in the truck, like when they're going to try and interrogate that guy to find out where Danny is, and Drew had stepped out of the room. We stopped it, rewound it, so he could watch that scene.
Totally worth it. I'm so glad you guys did that.
Because he looks like he's about to rape this woman.
Oh, yeah. And the way he's talking, too. He's like, listen, I got a demon that's going to come out, and he doesn't stop until he's got what he wants. And she's like, yeah, all right. Stay on your side of the truck, you fucking weirdo.
It's like, he doesn't care about anything until he fulfills his hunger.
Uh-huh.
Dude, we got 2 straight podcasts tied doing impressions. This is amazing.
You've turned over a new leaf.
You said that last week.
Yeah. And then I said impression leaf and no one laughed, and I thought about cutting it, but I left it.
And then I made a terrible Ryan Leaf joke that you didn't get.
Yeah, well, that was extremely terrible. So I thought of something that I liked. The cinematography I actually liked. I'm a big fan of Crank. I liked Crank, and these are the same guys who did it, and you can see a lot of those same shots that they used in that movie on this one. And it's kind of cool just to see how they do the different angles and the shots and panning and stuff.
I agree. They've always got pretty high quality cameras too.
Mm-hmm.
There was a pretty good Twinkie joke.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Like one of the other villains, besides Mephistos, who's pretty much the devil, is Blackout. And his whole thing is he touches somebody or something and it decays. And so he's reaching into this lunchbox for food, pulls out an apple, decays, a sandwich decays, he grabs a Twinkie, and it stays perfectly fine. So, ba-boom, chink.
Anything else we liked?
Not really. The only thing I also kind of cared for is, as a Ghost Rider fan, that they explained who Zarathos actually was.
The fallen angel.
Mm-hmm. The one who got tricked, and the spirit of justice that turned into the spirit of vengeance.
Now, I'm going to say another pro, but I need you both to calm the fuck down. Okay? Let's talk about the kid in this movie. Okay?
What about him?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't talk about anything without catching shit. I hate movies with kids because usually child actors are fucking garbage.
Mm-hmm.
With the exception, Haley Joel Osment, that's about it. I hear The Goonies is pretty good with kids acting and shit. Normally not very good. I thought this kid was fine. I mean, he's nothing to write home about, but he didn't piss me off. He's not in it a ton, but the lines he gave, I thought they were believable, and that's all I could really ask for.
Yeah.
There was another movie where he said, you know what's missing in this movie? More kids. He literally said that.
That was Mystery Men. That's how all this child murder shit started.
No, that was because of Riccio when you told me.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But Mystery Men is the one where I said, you know what would make this better is if it was kids, because the humor sucks.
Oh yeah, if the actual superheroes were kids.
Right.
You said that would have been.
And you guys spun it like I was a pedophile.
Okay.
You know, like you do.
Yeah.
Like normal people.
Right.
Yeah. Fergus Rorden.
Great.
Yeah, he played Danny Ketch.
He was fine.
Yeah, I looked up his IMDb though. He's done nothing since.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I wouldn't even call it really a pro, but it isn't a con.
No, yeah.
You know, it's a neutral acknowledgement.
It's good by not being bad.
Right.
He was an actor in the film.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
The other lady, though, totally forgettable. If
Yeah.
we're getting into cons, I don't even know her fucking name. What's her name? Her character name. I have no idea.
Nadia.
Nadia?
Yeah.
And no fucking clue.
Because all Russian chicks are named Nadia.
Also, she's stupid because she pulls a switchblade and then a handgun later when the knife doesn't work.
It's not a switchblade, it was a butterfly knife.
Oh, okay.
Damn dumb.
What an intricate detail that never mattered because she never used it.
Well,
3 days, wash the blood right off.
The actor.
The actor. Yeah. You're never going to live that down.
no. It was just too fun.
Fuck you.
I'm glad I haven't said anything stupid yet. Just wait.
Your time will come.
I say that.
All
I'll
right.
read this episode now.
So, bad things we didn't like. hated.
Everything we didn't say.
The rest of the film.
The rest
Nick
of the
Cage.
movie. Yeah, let's talk about Nick Cage. How do we begin to talk about Nick Cage?
He had to be on acid or something doing this damn film. There was a story I read a couple years ago when this was coming out. I could not find it when I was doing my research for this film. That he blew money on a castle in the area and that he stayed at it.
I had heard that he had a castle, and then he had to start selling shit off.
Yeah,
Because he's horrible with money.
yes, and that's why you got those films like The Wicker Man, Next, Knowing,
Bangkok Dangerous.
Bangkok Dangerous,
Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Hey, I actually didn't mind that one, but
Fuck you, Ty. I never saw it. Was that Jay Baruchel?
Yep.
Nah, whatever.
it was decent. So
Knowing.
Knowing was terrible. I said Knowing, but yes.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I forgot about Bangkok Dangerous till you mentioned it,
Yeah,
though.
there you go.
I forgot all about that.
The remake that literally no one ever wanted, ever.
Well, same with Bad Lieutenant.
It'd be like remaking The Raid with Nicolas Cage.
Jesus Christ, no.
Actually, now that I think about it,
No.
The Raid with
No.
Nicolas Cage.
No. Absolutely not.
We're gonna go in these apartments and we're gonna fuck shit up. I want all their faces.
I want to face off too.
I'm gonna take them off.
I want to face off too before I want a Raid movie starring
Well-
Nicolas Cage.
We can't have a face-off, too.
Yes, we can.
No.
Nick Cage dies.
And he can get brought back to life. Because if you can switch a man's face, you can obviously bring a man back
Honestly,
to
if I
life.
saw Face Off 2 and I saw both of them were in it, I wouldn't even fucking care.
Yeah.
I'd be like, in terms of continuity, no, it doesn't make any fucking sense, but I'm gonna watch the shit out of this movie.
Oh, wait, did you say Nick Cage dies in it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate, because I'd rather see Nick Cage in it than John Travolta.
Oh, Travolta's just as crazy.
Yeah, but it's Nick.
Watching those two try to overact each other.
And try to beat each other.
Holy shit.
It's a recipe for success.
You know that movie is great, the first, 3 minutes when he's in that church. Is he getting a hand job? And he puts his hands up and he's like, ah! You're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, so a pro/con is Nick Cage in this film.
God, Nick Cage.
Con, some of the fucking choreography decisions. There's a scene in this quarry fight where a concussion, flashbang grenade, whatever you want to call it, goes off. And it clears away, and there's Ghost Rider spinning like a top.
It's like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
No, it looked like one of those spinners, on a game board.
Mm-hmm.
He was just spinning around horizontally.
Yeah, 5 feet above the ground. It was was there a glitch in the video game, or what's going on here?
And then he freezes, I have control over everything.
Yeah, and then he
points at somebody. He stops and he points at a guy, and then that guy dies or something.
The guy he swallows all of his bullets, and then he hellfire pukes on him, them back. Oh god.
I don't get why they had to do all that shit to make it cooler. It was already cool. Just whip him to dust.
He already looks like a badass. What else do you need to do?
And getting the giant machine. The machine looked fine. The construction equipment that he possessed and started killing people with, but
I'm fine with that.
I just thought it'd be easier to just use the chain. It seemed longer and more drawn out that way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's a minor grievance in a movie that has lots of
grievances.
Lots of bigger grievances.
Yes.
But yeah, he looked like he was breakdancing, floating.
I think that'd be a compliment to say he was breakdancing. He wasn't moving except for just circling. Literally, it looked like there was a glitch in their freaking software, and then they just said, screw it, we're just going to leave it in the damn film.
Yeah, that was rough. Cons. God, I don't even know where to... There's not enough motorcycles for a character that, strictly drives a motorcycle, at least normally. I don't know, I haven't read the comic. You have. Is the motorcycle usually the vehicle of choice?
Yes.
So why did he ride in a fucking tow truck for 90% of this movie? Because I thought the bike was broken, but then he just jumps on the bike. Plus, doesn't he just touch shit and it turns fucking hardcore anyway?
Yeah, he has machine animation powers.
So why is he even working on the bike? I think the only reason is, hey, we gotta get a scene where Nick can talk to this fucking kid whose name doesn't matter.
It's a plot device.
We gotta get a relationship.
It's a plot device because you can't fit 3 people on a motorcycle unless you have a sidecar.
You got a point there. Why didn't they just give him a sidecar? Why can't he just grab the handlebars and a fucking sidecar pops out? Well, he's a fucking demon that changes shit by touching it. An angel.
I'm a fucking demon.
Yeah, I don't know.
But see, he has to be the Ghost Rider for that cart to then exist. But then when he goes back to normal, the bike goes back to normal.
Why did he not want to be the Ghost Rider?
Because he has no control.
Yeah.
He seemed like he had control.
No.
I mean, every time he yelled, he would start to, change, but...
But see, he's trying to fight it. He can't actually... That's when he was interrogating that guy and having his whole eyes, he's like, you better tell me, because otherwise this thing inside me, he wants out, because he could feel the evil from that guy.
One thing I hated, his fucking campy one-word lines that he would have.
The one-liners?
Yeah.
Roadkill.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hungry.
Pussy.
He doesn't say that one.
He pretty much did.
Go home. And they slams him back into hell. Okay.
Conry.
Yeah, the terrible, like, I hated also just his movements. They were so stiff and, like, just awkward.
Yeah.
Like, when the first time you finally see him in this movie as the Ghost Rider, he's, like, just standing there, like, swaying.
I think his leather pants are too tight.
To quote Elton John, like a candle in the wind.
He looked like he was waddling. There was somewhere he's waddling. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing?
Pickle fucker.
And see, this is a travesty to me. Being a fan of the comics, I was like, what is this crap that David S. Goyer wrote this story. I may be pronouncing that wrong. I don't care. I don't care for him. He helped write The Dark Knight, but from what I've heard is he did very little on it. He also then wrote BVS, Batman vs. Superman.
He's writing your Suicide Squad.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
He wrote Man of Steel. So yeah.
Your favorite movie?
I've never even seen it.
You should watch it.
Superman's a douche.
Can't argue with that.
But David S. Goyer, that's a con. He writes terrible scripts. Yeah.
You call him a con. There were other writers, though.
He was the main story guy.
Alright. I'm not going to defend a person I don't really know or care about.
Does Yui Bull write movies?
No, he just directs terrible.
He just boxes people that talk shit about his movies.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then he got his ass whooped by... There was a dude that I think was a Muay Thai fighter, and he posed as a reviewer and was like, this movie's terrible, blah, blah, blah. And Uwe Boll was like, oh, I'm going to box you, and I'll tell you what's what, and he just got the shit beat out of him. I believe that happened. Okay. It could have been a dream.
For those who don't know this director, name some of the movies he's famous for.
Alone in the Dark.
Alone in the Dark.
Blood Rain. Those are the only two I can think of.
Postal. I think he did Postal.
Did he do the Dungeons and Dragons movie?
I think so.
Or no, he did in Name of the King. He did one of the two. But
Dead or Alive?
Maybe. Terrible director.
Yeah, he's just a horrible director. Are you looking him up, Drew?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, Postal.
He just is known for killing movies, and he has spoken out against superhero movies, but a lot of people are just like, shut up, make a good movie, and then you can
Your
say
opinion
something.
Literally doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Because you've never done anything worthwhile.
In the Name of the King, Rampage, Capital Punishment, Assault on Wall Street, Blood Rain, The Third Reich, holy shit. Far Cry?
Anything
Yeah, they
good
did
on there?
make it. They made a Far Cry based off the video game.
Postal, Seed, Alone in the Dark, Blood Rain, House of the Dead.
House of the Dead, that's the one I was forgetting about. God, that movie.
All video games, yeah.
He's kind of the reason video game movies have such a horrible reputation.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But,
I'm seeing nothing of note.
other cons, did we say not enough Idris Elba?
Yeah, you did.
Well, I said Idris Elba was a pro, and you said he wasn't in it enough. So yeah, I guess kind of just.
The other con, I'd say, it was kind of hard to follow what the fuck the goal was.
Yeah, like the whole goal was they were trying to use the Ghost Rider to save Danny.
Right.
And the thing was like he kept changing hands between them. Then like that priest sect wanted to kill Danny, so they didn't have to worry about it. Which then he gets, quote-unquote, saved by Blackout.
And the whole priest thing, I didn't understand why they went there. Is it just because Idris Elba showed up and was like, hey, let's go here.
It was supposed to be a safe haven.
Yeah, Idris was told by Christopher Lambert that it was a safe haven. That they would protect him until, like, the time had passed. Like, it's like, you know, once every so many years, the planets align type of thing. So, like, the boy was going to be the right age, and it was going to be the right time. So they're like, hey, we wait this out 2 more days. We don't have to worry about it. But they're like, we don't want to worry about it at all, so we're just going to kill him.
Wasn't Mefisto trying to transfer his body into the younger version?
Yeah. He was going to take his soul because Mefisto on Earth's realm doesn't have as much power unless he has to make deals to get souls to give himself power. But as he describes it, because you see his body kind of change when he makes Blackout, the guy, his henchman dies, so he turns him into this Blackout side character, side villain. And
Beetlejuice.
Yeah. A Beetlejuice looking guy. And half of his face now is like drooping and looks deformed because he used power. He's like, I'm like a flamethrower made out of paper mache. You use me, I burn up. But in you, pointing to Danny, he's like, I won't have to worry about that. You'll have ultimate power. And
basically it boils down to an older demon trying to get into a little boy.
Yeah.
You have to pay the troll toll.
If you want to get this boy's soul.
What is that from?
It's Always Sunny.
Oh, Jesus.
I feel like you're saying boy's hole.
Who said that?
That's
Charlie
Day.
Yeah.
Of course it's Charlie. That fucking show.
Danny DeVito. Gosh.
What if we drank 40 beers on an airplane? Holy shit.
Oh. I think for the rape scene, I need to be more positioned like this, so it looks like I'm actually thrusting in there. There was no rape scene. Oh.
Here's the other question. So all he had to do is go and talk about how he did the deal selfishly and eat some bread, and he was no longer a ghostwriter.
I think kind of the thing was he had to be true to himself for the reasons he did it. Which, the reasons, like they say in the first one, is because he wanted his dad to live, but actually it was more self-centered in that he couldn't live without his dad. But then his dad dies anyways because Mefisto wants him to be dead. He tricks him, yeah.
And he takes half communion.
Yeah. He doesn't take the blood, but he takes the bread.
I thought that was so fucked. Like, what kind of half-ass communion is this?
Yeah. So
Were they not drinking wine?
they didn't drink wine.
Idris Elba was drinking wine, but like he makes this whole big deal about, oh, he breaks the bread and he goes, this is the body of Christ, and gives it to him and he eats it. And they had all this wine, they're down in his wine cellar, and not once did he's like, blood of Christ, gives it to him.
Which Idris Elba probably would just, because his character was a drunk
All
Frenchman.
these bottles are empty.
Yeah. I'd like to offer you some blood, but I've already drank it all.
Yeah, he seemed to have a fascination with wine, and I didn't get it up until the fact I was like, oh yeah, he's French. French people fucking love wine. I'm an idiot.
More cons?
There are plenty of them. Pretty much this whole movie is a con, except for Nicolas Cage's overacting.
The plot is just utter shit.
Yeah, like we said, you get to that quarry fight, which is about at the 33-minute mark. And that's when shit goes downhill. And for the next 45 minutes, 15 minutes, you're just like, this is a boring-ass, don't give a hell what's going on movie.
It lost all steam, like, right after that scene.
This movie was so bad that Amazon Video didn't want us to watch it. It shut off.
Halfway through. Yeah, that happened.
It literally stopped right at that moment. It was like, you do not want to watch any more of this damn film.
It's an actual error on the server. They're like, most people stop right here, so we'll stop it right there.
If you really want to continue,
reset your router and then try again. And I guess we'll let you go through. But
I paid $4 to watch this.
You paid $4. I paid you $5 for your $4 that you paid.
It's because you fucked up.
you actually made money watching this movie.
Oh yeah, I got $1. Not good enough.
Needs more Eva Mendes.
It does.
Oh.
Yeah, there's honestly to go through all the cons would be grueling and boring. Basically anything we didn't say as a pro. is going to not be great.
Yeah.
I will say this, though. The first half hour, I was totally interested. I'm like, this doesn't seem as bad as you were making it, sound, and then it drops off, and just there's a lot of nothing.
Yeah, like his flamethrower pee story he does, that was stupid.
I kind of laughed.
Her having a 50 cal sniper rifle and it sounding like
I had a real problem with that.
Sounding like a pea shooter.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no.
50 cal, dude. Also, those people would be exploding.
Oh. But yeah. Really. And then Idris Elba's character meets a dumb ending. And yeah.
I do have the rest of the nominees for the Razzies from 2013 where Nick Cage was nominated. I want to see if you guys can find out who the winner was out of these list of winners here.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy for 1,000 Words. Robert Pattinson for Twilight Saga: Breaking Dawn Part 2.
It could be that.
Alex Cross in Good Deeds. Wait. It was Tyler Perry and Alex Cross, Good Deeds.
I was going to say, I thought that was a Tyler Perry thing.
Adam Sandler for That's My Boy, or Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance, Nick Cage.
Was it Sandler?
It was Sandler.
Motherfucker.
What were the movies that were up?
Worst Pictures, The Oogie Loves and the Big Balloon Adventure.
What the fuck
I
is
remember
this?
that. Yeah, because it had Christopher Lloyd in it.
Almost died.
It had like 3 or 4 big name actors that were like contractually obligated to show up.
Oh no.
It was like a Teletubbies type thing.
1,000 Words, Battleship, That's My Boy, and the Twilight Saga: Breaking Dawn.
Is it
Part
That's
2.
My Boy?
No, it was Twilight Saga: Breaking Dawn.
So what about the sequels, remakes, or whatever that Ghost Rider got nominated for?
Let me see here. Screen ensemble, screen couple, worst prequel, remake, ripoff, or sequel. Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance, Medea's Witness Protection, Piranha 3 Double D, Red Dawn, and the Twilight Saga: Breaking Dawn Part 2.
I'm gonna say Twilight won,
Yes.
but Red Dawn should have won because that was blasphemy.
Man, that was a bad year.
Witness Protection, that had I think that was the one with Larry the Cable Guy meeting Medea.
Oh boy.
Oh, God.
Which is a stay tuned for me.
You son of a bitch. I will fucking kill you.
What did he say?
No, not Witness Protection. I'm just saying a Larry the Cable Guy movie.
No. Absolutely not.
I have his autograph.
What?
Yeah, I have his autograph. I went to a Husker game.
He went to Larry the Cable Guy Health Inspector screening.
Yeah, and he was there in the audience.
You're like, you're my favorite.
You like my movie? Get her done.
Get her done.
No, I was at a Husker game years ago, and my cousins started freaking out. They're like, Larry the Cable Guy's in the box right behind us. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. And
sign my stuff!
it was really weird because they got autographs, and they come to me, and they go, so Larry said he'd sign your ticket stub if you want, because he signed ours, and I was just like, whatever. And then they just bring it back to me, and I threw it in the trash.
You didn't even get a Runza?
Runza?
Well,
Yeah,
like,
you use the coupons on the back of the ticket.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh. You think they do it for a ticket from like 2009?
No, it expires like the next week,
The
but
coupon's worth more to them than a Larry the Cable Guy's signature.
Yeah, show them the coupon, they're like, no, we can't. Not with that name.
did he sign as Larry the Cable Guy or as Dan Whitney?
I think he signed Larry the Cable Guy. Why would he sign Dan Whitney?
That's his real name.
Well, yeah, I know it's his real name, but wouldn't most people be like, who the fuck is Dan Whitney?
Well, he could have wrote Dan Whitney, Larry the Cable Guy.
No, he just wrote Larry the Cable Guy.
Which, does he ever talk about installing cable?
Did he? Was that ever one of his bits?
No.
No.
I don't know. I don't know his comedic career.
Shtick.
I did see 2 of his movies. Never in theaters, but I did
Holy
watch 2.
shit.
I watched Health Inspector and I watched Delta Farce.
Do you need to talk to someone
About...
that?
Like, I need to see a psychiatrist for having
I
watched
think
those
you
movies.
need to need to have a friendly sit down with a shrink. And they'll be like, why do you do this?
Because I hate myself.
Don't you love yourself?
No.
That's why I watch movies like Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance,
Twice in
and
my
Spies
life.
Like Us.
I think this movie was better than Spies Like Us.
I agree.
What?
I
Oh,
agree.
no.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
No.
agree. I know it
God.
hurts you. I
That-
know. But that movie fucking sucks dick.
And you still gave it a 5 or higher.
Should have been a 1. Should have been a none.
I was too generous. Is it too late to go back and change our score?
Yes.
I didn't want to hurt your feelings, so I was like, well, I'll give him a 5.
I was too generous with Riccio.
Oh,
Yeah.
you would have given it lower?
Yeah.
How low?
I probably would have gone a 3.
A 3,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm sorry.
You
I
had more
was.
fun than a 3, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I could not watch that by myself. I would.
I couldn't watch this by myself either. I'm not talking watch by yourself. We're saying entertainment.
I was more entertained just watching it with you guys because you were just making fun of it the whole time, and also Nick Cage's expressions are amazing.
Dude, he's off the fucking chain in this movie.
Just like his erratic behavior. Oh my god.
But we have any interesting facts?
Trying to think.
This was a sequel to the movie Ghost Rider.
Ooh.
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier.
No Eva Mendes.
No, Eva Mendes. She decided not to reprise her role. They didn't want Peter Fonda back, like we said.
I told Eva she couldn't do Spirit of Vengeance.
Oh.
Say she didn't come back. She's apparently a smart, independent, fucking hot. Whatever.
There's
All
no stinger.
Stan Lee doesn't appear in this movie.
Yeah, this was the second movie under the Marvel Knights umbrella that Fox tried creating. They were trying to do like a series. I think they were planning on doing a new Daredevil as well, and they were going to call them. It was going to be like a separate studio called Marvel Knights. And Punisher Warzone was the first one. That thing was a piece of shit. And then they did this one, which was a piece of shit. And then the rights went back to Disney.
You know what would have been a great Stan Lee cameo is the Stinger. It's him and he stands up in the theater and then it shows like Brooks was home from Shawshank Redemption and he kicks a fucking chair out under him. And with his last breath, he says, "Fuck you, Jack Kirby."
Why would he do that? He still made shit ton money off of this. Stan Lee had nothing to do with Ghost Rider. That's why he didn't appear in any of the films.
He had nothing to do with it?
Mm-mm.
Who did?
I don't
Somebody
know who
else?
the original creators were. He was, head of Marvel when it happened, but he didn't have any design in it.
Wow, so he actually admitted that he didn't have design in it.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of the legend, is he kind of just stole all this shit and took all the glory?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. He at least always had his hands on everything. So, yeah. But no, that's why he doesn't appear in any of the Ghost Riders. I don't think he appears in any of the Punishers as well.
Yeah, I saw the Tom Jane one quite a bit, and I don't remember him in it.
Which I know he actually did do something with the Punisher, but... Because I think he helped with the name. But... speaking of comic book characters... What are some... Like, Drew, what's your top 5? If you're going to pick...
Comic book characters?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Come back to me.
Jake?
Batman, Punisher, Wolverine, and then it gets a little interesting.
Howard the Duck?
No, never read an issue. I can't honestly say X-Men because I read it as a kid, but I never really liked it all that much. But I loved Wolverine. Comics. Fables. I put Fables on there. And Saga.
Bigsby Wolf?
Yeah. Fables and Saga.
Or you're just saying your favorite comics?
Oh, you're talking comics.
Like characters.
Oh, characters?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
You named 3 characters, and I was like,
and then 2 books.
Yeah.
Fables. I like all the characters.
My favorite character from The Matrix is The Matrix Reloaded. No one would ever say that, by the way. It's obviously the first Matrix.
It's Animatrix.
That's the funniest thing you've ever said. I don't hate the Animatrix, but no one has ever said the best Matrix is the Animatrix and live to talk about it. But, no, what did I say? Punisher, Wolverine, what else?
Batman.
I fucking hate Spider-Man. He's not in the top 5, I'm just throwing that out there. I don't care for him.
Is it because he's a kid?
He's just a douchebag. I don't know. His humor just never sat right with me. I'm sympathetic to his story, but he's such a fucking... I don't know. He just doesn't sit right with me. Like Superman. There's nothing interesting about Superman.
Fuck Superman.
I agree. There's nothing interesting. You have no real weaknesses. You don't feel like anybody's ever in danger. This is going to turn into a Superman hate podcast. I can feel it. Just dawned on me mid-sentence.
I was
So
like,
I'll
wow.
stop right there. We're going to pump the brakes. I'm trying to think of other characters. I can only think of those 3, like, off the top of my head that I really feel strongly for.
As I say, I'll go with mine. I mean, Punisher I share with you. Love the Punisher. Ghost Rider, Daredevil, Cyclops. And then my 5th one, it's always kind of a toss-up. I mean, I really enjoy Deadpool. Red Hood is a great character. It could be any one of the X-Men. Like, I really enjoy Nightcrawler as well. He's really intriguing. But, I mean, so 5th one is always kind of just, it depends kind of mood I'm in. So who I'd put there. Drew, did you think of yours?
Jake said Batman. I fucking love Batman. It's definitely on there. You said Nightcrawler. My favorite X-Men of all time is Nightcrawler. I also love to read anything that Thanos is in. Anything. He's not really a hero, but...
no, but he's comic book character.
Very intriguing character.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I love and read so many different comics. It's hard to just nail down a bunch. God.
Is besides Superman then? Is there one you hate?
Besides Superman?
Yeah.
I really don't hate any other like heroes or anything. Like it just Superman is like the penultimate douche of the comic book universe. He's the kid on the playground that says, I have the power to have all the powers I want. Fuck you. And every single story involving Superman is so formulaic. Like, you can pretty much guess how everything's going to pan out with Superman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
He's very judgmental. He's always right.
Yeah.
He's looking down on everything, and I don't know. I mean, it used to be a symbol for America and how America couldn't be stopped, but now I don't really know what it's a symbol for. Like, I guess some people could argue that it still is that, but it doesn't feel that way anymore.
Doctor Strange.
You hate him?
No. There's another one that I like.
Oh.
I'll say Doctor Strange and the Beyonder.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think of comics I don't like other than Spider-Man.
Let's say I don't have an issue with Spider-Man at all. I actually quite enjoy Spider-Man.
Lots of people don't.
Yeah.
More so, it's not about the character of Spider-Man for me. As far as the Marvel Universe is concerned, I think he has the most eclectic and coolest villains. If you think about the breadth of his villains, you got Venom, you got Carnage, Sandman, Rhino, Electro, Vulture, Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, Shocker. The list goes on and on, man.
I won't lie and say that there aren't Spider-Man comics that I've enjoyed. It's just, overall, if I were to do an average, I tend to not enjoy it. Like, Spider-Man Blue, I own, and it's great. I think it's one of, like, the best, like, storylines that I've read of Spider-Man, but a lot of it, the quips I don't care for. He didn't really irritate me that much in Civil War, but I don't know. He played the character fine. I don't hate the guy for, like certain people just hate everything about it. I don't hate the dude, but it's just not a character that I relate to. Maybe if I was younger.
And but your aunt died? Or your uncle died, I mean.
Yeah, and Marissa Tomei was my mom. That'd be a fucked up household.
Character I never really cared for, the Hulk. Like,
really?
I find him in the movie, like, Avengers, like, I don't mind him in the movies, because he is kind of more of a side character, but I just don't know how you build, like, a great comic around this character that just destroys everything. Which I get they try to humanize him because, he's supposed to be going through all these issues, and he doesn't really want this power. I don't know. I never really related to the character.
He's kind of got the Superman problem. He's too big to fail, really.
Mm-hmm. But he can be defeated. Hulk can be defeated.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Go out and read Planet Hulk, and then read World War Hulk.
Read Old Man Logan, too.
And come back and tell me that you don't find Hulk a fascinating
And see, that thing is, I really haven't read much. I mean, the only real exposure to the Hulk, besides the movies, is there was a Ghost Rider issue during World War Hulk, that I read, and but it made it seem that Hulk was justified in his actions by Ghost Rider standards.
If World War Hulk can become a movie, oh my god, they need to do that movie. I think that there's talks in the rumor mills going around that they might do that.
I just was trying to think of big name characters and see if I cared about them or not, but
I don't really care for Cap that much.
I agree. In the Civil War, I think he was justified. Not the movie, the actual storyline. I think he was justified, but then AVX, I don't think he was.
I think he's an admirable character with traits that are good, that, I find appealing. But they just don't always give him all that much to do.
Yeah.
And it usually ends up being some Hydra bullshit. And you're like, wow, again, alright. Rinse, repeat, Bucky's in danger, blah, blah, blah. Okay. We're done here.
See, that I tend to skew more towards the anti-heroes. Where they'll get shit done.
Wolverine, Punisher.
Yeah, and the Ghost Rider. They'll do it their own way. Like, Daredevil is not much of an anti-hero. He's a vigilante, but, he does everything by the book. Whereas Punisher, fucking kill a guy. It's like, you raped this woman, you filmed child pornography, you're fucking dead.
Yeah. I like the no bullshit attitude of the Punisher. Which I always have.
There's no moral ambiguity. This
is what it is.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else? I mean, we went off on a tangent there with superheroes, but anything with Ghost Rider? Are we ready to do our entertainment scale?
Bring back Eva Mendes.
I know right now they talked about doing a Netflix
a show,
show, movie, small movie or something, but I think they said it just would be. They've talked about it, but it hasn't gotten anywhere past that because just the price for doing the CG
would be crazy.
Yeah.
Marvel's got it now, though. So we don't need to worry about Fox anymore.
No, yeah. But, yeah.
God damn you, Fox.
I think there's plenty out there to do with Ghost Rider.
Here's a question. If Marvel were to make a Fantastic Four, do you think they could do it?
Yes.
I think if they do one certain Fantastic Four group, it would be amazing.
Because here's the thing. I've read a couple issues. I don't give a fuck about any of it.
All about Fantastic Four? They're like the first family of comics, but they do nothing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The only thing that I find interesting is Franklin Richards. That's the only thing I find interesting at all.
That kid is fucking OP as fuck.
And if they did a movie with that sort of thing going on, then I might be interested, but I don't know how Marvel would be.
I don't know. First of all, I don't know how they introduce Franklin, because nobody that's really all that acclimated to comic books knows who Franklin Richards is.
Yeah, none of the movies have even... Like, they don't have a kid in any of the movies.
Nope.
But... Yeah, I'd be interested if they did that. But you think they could pull it off? I mean, they do it at least better than Fox.
Yeah, Marvel Studios has the competence to do movies justice.
But do you think they would do it?
I think if they did, they would wait a while.
Until Infinity Gauntlet and all that shit is...
Yeah, and I mean, I think... Because they don't have the rights right now, though.
No, it's still
under Fox. But here's the deal. Like, how many times can Fox remake Fantastic Four until it gets so stale that nobody gives a fuck anymore, which is already the case.
Which, like, that's, like, with Ghost Rider, that they kind of saw the writing on the wall, that they made 2 terrible films, and they got worse. And same with Punisher, and they were like, screw it, we can't do anything with these, and they just gave up on Daredevil as well. They're like, screw it, we're done. And I may have been wrong. I think New Line, when it folded, the rights went right back to Marvel. So I don't think Blade was part of that, but it was those 3 I know for sure. Daredevil, Ghost Rider, and Punisher went back at the same time.
Wait a minute. Wasn't there a very short-lived Blade Spike TV show?
Yes.
God.
Yeah, it was.
I remember channel surfing and being like, nope. We're not going to watch this.
Yeah, I remember that as well.
Because I'm just going to get pissed off.
Like, it was like PG as well, so he's like, instead of saying those motherfuckers, he's
Some
like...
motherfudger's always trying to ice skate uphill.
He's like, mother cluckers. And it's like, no.
Smells like a vampire wiped his bum with it. Fuck that.
No Ron Perlman, so no Del Toro.
Dude, that second movie's legit.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Hell, I don't mind the third movie. A lot of people get third movie crap, but I like it. I don't think they need Triple H in it.
Is it bad when you said Del Toro and Ron Perlman? I immediately thought Hellboy.
No? That's normal.
Give me Hellboy 3 fucking...
Yeah,
give it to me now! Instead of making shitty fucking... What is that Legendary Pictures movie that just came out or whatever that was so shitty that I was talking to you about?
Legendary?
Yeah.
Godzilla?
No.
No.
It just released. And
Yeah,
I can't
we were
remember.
just talking about it earlier.
I don't remember what it is.
Oh, it's Warcraft. Yeah, Warcraft.
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 Not that I think that's going to be a bad movie.
No,
but...
we were talking about how shitty Legendary is for
Yeah.
making Duncan Jones cut 40 minutes out of the movie.
Laura Croft. Warcraft.
Lorecroft? Hold the door.
God damn you.
Which that movie's already getting trashed.
What?
Yeah, I saw
Warcraft?
I saw like 8 reviews.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Tomb Raider with Alicia Vikander.
Dude, fuck the critics. I mean, what did they say about X-Men Apocalypse?
I know. That was...
The fans. The fans are going to determine whether or not this movie's good or not.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see it. I have to see it.
I'll see it too. I have a vested
Duncan
interest.
Jones. Duncan Jones has never steered me wrong.
No. And I love the Warcraft lore. I played WoW for fucking since 2004. No, 2007. Sorry. But yeah, I think Duncan Jones has the capability to make a decent video movie.
When South Park did that Warcraft episode, that was like one of the last ones I saw. Mm-hmm. That killed me. When they had to beef themselves up to then go slaughter.
There was a thing on Reddit the other day that was it Trey or Matt thought that would be like the last episode that
they ever did.
Yeah, because they thought they'd be fucked. Like they'd burn all their goodwill because they thought that all the fans would be pissed that they made fun of Warcraft. And it's like one of the most like famous, well-received episodes
it's great.
ever.
Like,
Oh, that and then when Randy gives him the sword and then he's like gets killed, but then in the real world he's acting like he's getting killed. Oh, it was a great episode.
I should watch more of that show because everything I've heard and seen, like the few episodes I have seen, I've absolutely loved, and everything people tell me about it, it sounds great.
it's all gold, man. It's great.
But entertainment scale.
I'll start. This is probably gonna be my lowest. At 3.2.
Holy shit!
This movie's a piece of crap.
Oh wait. So to clarify, is it a 3.2 alone or a 3.2 with people still?
With people, I'll bump it up to a 5.5.
Okay.
Because it's just above average because you can laugh at it, but there is still that 40 minutes where you're like,
there's not a lot of
we
laughing
weren't even
going
talking. Drew was barely staying awake.
I was
You
on
were
my phone a little bit.
Yeah, you were. Hey, I was on mine, but I had seen it, but I still was. It wasn't enthralling at all.
There was nothing there.
Yeah.
It was close to near the end of Spies Like Us, where nothing happened.
Or towards the beginning of Spies Like Us.
Go F yourself.
At least there was stuff happening in the beginning of that movie.
Yeah.
But
it was filling me with false hope that it would be an entertaining movie. Wow, this test scene's funny. I bet it's great after this. Nope.
You know what? I hope Nick Cage shows up at your house tonight.
And rapes me?
Why? Whoa. I didn't say that.
I want to take your pants
Off.
And I'd say, yes, sir.
You
can declarate my independence.
I was going to say, is he going to bad lieutenant you? Be like, you want out of this ticket? Yeah.
That movie's fucking crazy.
That movie is fucked up.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he makes a guy, to get out of a ticket, he makes his girlfriend give him a blowjob.
In front of the guy.
In front of the guy. And then
Nicolas
the guy
Cage
tries...
like, oh!
And the guy tries walking away and he shoots at him. He's like, no! You fucking watch! I'm like, oh my god, what the hell am I watching?
He's like a coked up, druggy cop that's just totally unhinged.
That sounds awesome.
Dude, that movie's crazy.
And Val Kilmer is in it. Very
bloated toad Val Kilmer.
Yes.
Bloated toad. Speaking of Nick Cage movies, have you guys ever seen The Weatherman?
Yeah. No. Tartar sauce.
I like that movie.
It's pretty good.
It's like 90
dark
minutes
humor.
of Nick Cage getting shit on.
Very dark humor.
Not literally, just like in life.
It was a German movie.
I was gonna say, that's what Jake's going to be doing tonight.
Oh Jesus.
When did you and Nick Cage become lovers?
Since Face Off.
It's fair. That's completely fair.
That's all he had to do.
Yeah. But yeah, 5.5 if you're with friends. The first half hour, it's great. You can laugh at it. You know, first half hour, 40 minutes. But then it lulls for another 40. Christopher Lambert can't even do anything to save this film. And the ending's really stupid with Danny, like, vomiting all over Johnny again to give him the Ghost Rider. That was terrible.
If Christopher Lambert would have said, "I don't think so," that would have made the movie for me.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But yeah, so watching it by yourself, I don't recommend to watch this. You know what? I'm going to redact that. I'm just going to go straight 3.
Really?
3.
Shit. For me, entertainment-wise, I'd probably give it a 4. There's not a lot there. Like, if you're a Nicolas Cage fan and you like that zany, over-the-top shit, I'd say watch Face Off or Con Air. I mean, there's better shit to watch. He's kind of interesting in it, but it isn't enough to, merit watching it, really.
It's not enough to keep you occupied for, 90 minutes?
Because
100 minutes?
I'm trying to think. He only maybe freaked out, 3 or 4 times?
I mean, and they were funny. Like,
but when he did, it was awesome.
It was funny.
When he was interrogating the guy in the car, in the tow truck with her by himself.
Yep.
And when he's getting the Ghost Rider taken out of him. I think those were the big 3 parts, and that was
the
it.
end when he says "Go to hell."
Yeah, with his one-liners. Yeah, when Blackout finally, he kills Blackout and he gets ran over by a car and he just turns back. Roadkill. It's like, oh god.
It's a very Duke Nukem line.
Or like, what about the end of the movie where he's like, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, Danny
Jesus
asked,
Christ.
did we win? Yeah. Hell yeah.
Cut to credits.
Cut to credits.
And you're like, what the fuck? But yeah, I'd say a 4. There's really not a reason to watch it. Like, I don't know, if you're trapped in the trunk of a car and the battery on your phone is at about 60% and you want to really torture yourself before you suffocate, then yeah,
Did you say,
watch something else.
Did you say if your phone's at like 40%?
60.
60%.
Why at 60?
I don't know. Why at 40?
Why don't you say if you have nothing else to do and your phone is dead, and you're like you have nothing else to do, like you're implying that you have your phone to do something else besides watch this movie,
Like to call and get out of the trunk?
No, or to like play Brick Breaker on your phone
Or Angry Birds.
yeah, or something. Like
Okay.
you could easily like be way more entertained playing on your phone than watching this movie.
Let's say Malcolm McDowell was kidnapped you
What?
and tied you to a chair in a theater
Wes Bentley has kidnapped you for heroin.
with one of those swinging pendulum axes, and eventually it's going to hit you. Watch something else. Watch anything else.
Spies Like Us?
No. Actually, yeah, watch Ghost Rider over Spies Like Us. If they turn on Spies Like Us, I'd be actively jumping into the pendulum to die sooner.
Jake was here.
But yeah, I'd say 4. And then with friends, I don't know if you guys are drinking and you're masochists and you like watching shitty movies, maybe a 5, 5.5 at most. But I don't know, there's not a lot here, and I feel bad because Idris Elba was doing what he could. He seemed like he was the only one that gave a shit.
Mm-hmm.
This movie's terrible. Straight terrible. I mean, no, not even Nick Cage's zany, wild acting, nor Idris Elba's halfway decent acting. And I don't know how he pulled himself out of this rut to get way better acting jobs, on the verge of getting maybe the new Bond moniker. 3.7. It's garbage.
I picked this film and I went lowest.
It's bad.
Oh.
Honestly,
I do think we would have been better off watching Suburban Commando.
Really?
I do.
Because it at least would have been like the fun type of bad?
Yes.
well, I mean, at least like when Nick Cage was transforming or whatever, like to me those were the best parts. One thing we neglected to mention was the part where he said he turns into the rider, and the kid goes, "What happens when you have to pee?"
Mm-hmm. I kind of mentioned it, but yeah, he's like, it's like a flamethrower, and then it blacks the screen out and shows him as a Ghost Rider holding his dick while it's pissing flame like a flamethrower. And then he looks back at the kid.
He looks over his shoulder and he's like, does the like,
the little head nod, like, yep, that's this movie.
We went there.
Yeah, it's like, really?
Paid $20,000 for this.
But that was like that, and the Nick Cage acting was like the best part of the movie, which is so sad to say.
Oh, how those guys, how they did Crank and then did this movie. Oh. It started off, like I said, like the first 10-minute fight sequence, pretty damn good. So, but like that chase scene and everything, and Elba jumping off the cliff. But
I think tying them to a PG-13 rating is probably what gutted a lot of what they wanted to do.
Just give me a plot that I give a shit about.
mm-hmm. I mean, this is supposed to be the end of the world type of plot, but yeah, I didn't care.
You didn't even know what the big bad guy could even do. He didn't do shit. Like, what you showed me in the first movie, he demonstrated more power in the first 20 minutes of the first movie than he ever did in the second.
And the thing is, Mephistopheles, or Mefisto, whatever you want to call him, is a fucking powerful
evil villain in the Marvel Universe. But yeah, he doesn't do shit.
He's just an old guy that dies at the end of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But, would you say 3.7?
Yeah, it was bad.
I think you're being generous.
I feel defeated. Was this your goal?
Yes and no. I wanted you guys to really enjoy his over-the-top antics.
Which I did.
Yeah.
That part was good.
I think you would have enjoyed the first one a lot better. But like I said, there were so many issues with the first one as well. But like Sam Elliott riding with him to the final battle and then just riding away. It's like, what the hell was that all about?
Thought we had a fight here. You made me swallow my gum.
Sam Elliott?
He's in the first one.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
You didn't get to see him.
Wow, my mind is blown. That's right.
But, Drew, Jake.
It's Jake.
Yeah, you're up next, aren't you?
I am.
Picking Battleship.
Oh, God.
My favorite actress is Rihanna.
Said no one ever.
Rihanna and Liam Neeson. What a combination.
And Taylor Kitsch, or Catch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's in that. He had John Carter, and they followed it up with Battleship in the same year.
I was Gambit once. For 10 minutes in the worst X-Men movie ever made.
You know, I hear Nick Cage is doing another movie based on a children's board game. It's called Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Jesus Christ.
No, he did. Andy Samberg did a bit.
I'll
as
play
Nick
a
Cage.
rogue hippo.
Yeah, I play a rogue Marvel that comes back from the depths of hell to save his sister. That's fantastic.
I'd watch it.
sketch.
Speaking of Andy Samberg, you guys gonna go see that,
Pop star? Nope.
Pop Star?
Nope.
I'll see it.
You will.
Yeah.
You're going to see it in the theater.
I'll see it. I'll let you know.
I'm interested, actually, in seeing it.
Dude, I loved Hot Rod. I loved it.
Hot Rod was... I saw it like 2 years after it came out, and I died. It was possibly...
But I like stupid,
Yeah,
dumb shit like that, though.
That's why I wouldn't be mad if we watched Surf Ninjas on this pod.
Oh my god. Let's watch Three Ninjas.
That would be fine as well.
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah, I'll watch that too.
Yeah. Spy Hard. Wrongfully Accused.
Anyways, we're going to watch The Nice Guys because I saw it and it certainly had an impact on me.
And Shane Black is a great director.
He's a god among men.
Yep. Does this... Just wondering, does it take place during Christmas?
There's Christmas. Of course there's Christmas.
I mean, it's Shane Black. Of course it's Christmas.
There's always Christmas.
Have you seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang Tie?
I own Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Good. I don't even know that movie.
Then you were going to love this movie.
Oh, yeah. I love Shane Black because he did the first 2 Lethal Weapons, or just one of them?
I believe...
Did he do 2 or 1?
He did the first one.
Okay.
For sure the first one. I don't know.
I
if
thought he
did
did the second one as well.
He
But
did
I could
Iron
be
Man
wrong.
3.
Yep, which again takes place during Christmas. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang's during Christmas. Yeah. But Shane Black, great director. I'm actually looking forward to this. I saw great reviews for it. I just don't think they knew how to market it, and it just didn't get to people. So.
He's kind of hard to market.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's an Iron Man, then he can kind of...
Well, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang was limited release.
Yeah. He had to build that wrap up, but no, he's great.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Gosling's great. Russell Crowe's great. It's a fun movie. I think you guys will like it. But yeah, we'll have to go out to a theater.
Yep. Looking forward to it. Last time we were at theater, we watched Fantastic Four.
This will be better than that. I don't make a lot of guarantees, but that's a fucking guarantee.
That's better than Fantastic Four.
It's a guarantee.
That's fantastic.
Read.
Read.
Remember they drop him into the forest to, like, it's like a long shot of dropping him out of a ship, the fall to the ground, all he does is headbutt him, and the scene's over.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck? I thought we had a fight. Like, I don't know. That movie's shit.
Yep.
And then
Michael B.
Sue.
Jordan's arm just magically healing.
Dude, I laughed so hard.
You guys remember when Josh Trank directed movies?
Nope.
Now he works at Arby's.
I'm so hungry, I could eat at Arby's.
There it is. We got a podcast.
Yep. When you quote The Simpsons, you have a podcast.
All right.
Well, I think that'll do it for this week. Nice guys next week. Well, for all of us at TJD, like and subscribe. I'm Ty.
Jake.
And I'm Drew.
Bye.
See you next week.